by a lot. It used to be like a 20 or 30% proc chance. They increased it to like 50.
Benediction,
So,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So the advantage in benediction,
Wow, that's
well, there's more than one. One thing is that it's a passive. It costs no mana,
right.
right? So as your Prayer of Mending bounces around, you get free renews, right?
Yeah.
So in a fight that's going to be really, really long, like an endurance fight or whatever, I could see benediction having value, especially if there's constant flowing, damage or whatever.
Right.
Because then your renews are going to get more value, but it's also going to be more valuable if you get that legendary that increases the duration of your renew.
Yeah, that thing looked good. So, but
Yes.
benediction, so basically, every time you cast a prayer, because prayer of mending, I mean, realistically, it doesn't seem like a very efficient spell, right? Like,
They improved it. Sucked in on live, but they improved it in the most recent. And again, you can
man,
get a faster cooldown with it with haste, and it heals for more than what it used to.
it's like,
It's 46k. Like mine does 46k
right.
per bounce, and
So,
it jumps 5 times. And with the artifact traits, it's got synergies with it as well, because you can
it's
make it where
true.
it doesn't consume charges when it bounces,
Ah, I see.
so it can bounce
Increasing.
for longer.
So let's say you
Um,
have a full artifact weapon, and so let's say you have a full artifact weapon. You can expect Prayer of Mending with a 50% chance on Benediction to also output about 3 renews. Let's say it bounces an average of 7 times, right? So we'll say that it'll. Wow, that's actually really decent.
and there's the other holy mending trait where if it prayer mending jumps to a one that already has a renew, then you get healed by
Right.
like an extra. It's like getting an extra prayer of mending hit on that target. So
Right.
when
Man.
it's leaving renews and then bouncing back to the same target and then getting an extra heal because it dropped a renew,
Right.
it kind of. But I don't know. It seems like benediction is going to be more valuable once you're maxing your artifact.
Yup. Yup.
But until then, it might be
Yup.
useful just if you're worried about going out of mana with one of the other spells. Apotheosis used to not reduce the cost of holy words, which made it difficult to use. But now that it also reduces the cost of your holy words, that kind of
Wow,
offsets
free.
the amount of
Literally free.
yeah. Yeah, but just the holy words though.
Right,
So,
right.
if you spam prayer of healing or
Flash heal.
flash heals or whatever during that window, it's going to cost a lot. But
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, you've got choices, right? It's
Right.
flexibility, spread heals that are expensive, big heals that are
Right.
infrequent or cheap, bouncy heals, whatever.
Right.
And
Man, it's
Halo is awesome now that they changed it to heal everybody rather than just healing the best at the
oh my
edge of
god.
the thing. Everybody gets equal healing in it.
Same with damage. Same
Yeah.
with damage.
So I haven't been using it for damage just because it's infrequent and you can accidentally pull mobs with it, and it's
See
like,
if
oh
disc.
god,
Right.
but yeah, it works the same for disc.
Does it? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought, but because I heal a metric fuck ton with Atonement on disc
Right.
with Halo for some for some reason it just does so much damage. But that's interesting. It just seems like
Yeah.
Holy Priests have so much RNG, but it's made up for with raw throughput because the RNG is just so like when it ticks, like a free renew on a target, and I don't know, like other bullshit, like Surge of Light is actually pretty decent. I mean, free flash heals and flash heals proc more mastery, and flash heals
Right.
also contribute to your serenity, and it's like, holy shit. It just,
Yeah.
there's
And
so
you can
much
cast them on the
synergy.
move. Yeah, it gives you
Like,
mobility.
everything
Um,
has synergy with itself, and it's kind of nuts.
well, where we fail in the talent tree though, one is piety, which is like not even worth taking.
Well,
Just because I mean,
right.
you're not gonna. I
Now
mean,
wait, does piety... Okay, so does prayer mending when you cast it, it triggers serendipity,
It's
or
not per bounce; it's per
okay, I
cast.
thought it'd be
If it was per bounce, it would be OP, but it's
that,
actually per
then
cast.
that's why I'm like, are you sure?
I asked the same thing when I first saw it. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, it's per cast, and even with um, in a fight where you're doing a lot of AOE, I could better see a use for binding heal, because binding heal reduces the sanctify cooldown more than you could hope to with prayer of mending and piety.
So you
Um,
like binding heal over Surge of Light?
uh, well, that's a hard one, and it would probably depend on the fight.
Okay.
Um, I doubt that I'm going to use Binding Heal. Here's what I hate about Binding Heal, and what I hoped and what I asked for them to change on it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Binding Heal is that the first heal that it does, the heal on yourself, it always heals you. And what I wanted them to change with it was to make the first heal a smart heal that preferred the caster, so that if you were topped off, it wouldn't overheal, it would direct that heal to someone else.
That'd be cool.
But I think that would be a simple change that would make it more useful and less wasteful, and probably more competitive with Surge of
It'd be
Light. But
kind of too good then, though, right? Because you're basically taking a cheaper flash heal that does more, but you just split it between two targets. Then it's basically like the way you're
yeah,
saying.
it's weaker than a flash heal because you're spreading it around,
Right.
and it's also got a random, element to it. And Surge of Light is just really powerful with the serendipity synergies and all that kind of crap. So I don't know. I think it would make it a more competitive choice between the two, but still, Piety's broken. You'll never use Piety. It's just garbage.
Right. Unless they change it, which they won't. They gotta have some garbage talents, right? Hey,
Yeah,
what's up, Baro?
that's what they're for. Oh, hey man.
Hey, sorry to cut you guys off, but do you know if either of you guys plan on coming to Alt Run in Legion?
Doubtful. Why? What's up?
What days
Well,
is it going to be on?
Saturdays at 7. It'll be normal and then heroic. Friends are welcome, but I do ask them to sit if they're not performing well, and I just give them a chance next week.
Yeah. Doubtful. If I don't clear it on my main, maybe. But other than that.
That's the whole thing. If we don't clear it on our mains, there's a serious issue.
Yeah, there is.
So,
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, really.
I don't know. I could, but I hate to commit to it.
Right.
Because,
Sure.
Saturdays, it's kind of hard sometimes,
Pretty much one of our only free days.
no, I totally understand. I just wanted to check what, obviously, AJ's kind of got work stuff most of the time. I think,
For
on the
sure.
weekend, so
Oh, you're looking for healers.
Yeah.
I see.
And
Yeah,
it just so
I'm not sure
happens
about
that you
Flint.
guys
I
are
know-
the other two healers.
I know I'm going to bring my other priest over, so I know.
Oh, you guys are both double priesting the
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah, we got
go
two
figure.
priests, both of us. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad I know. I'm gonna hop back up there with Anchi though. We're doing dungeons.
All right, have fun.
Okay, man. Thanks.
All right, see you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of funny, but I mean, I've got other. I've been trying to play the Holy Paladin as my
Dude,
alt
yeah.
here, but it's just.
I tried Resto Shaman, made me want to puke. So.
I just don't enjoy the others. I mean, if I'm gonna play my off spec, I'd like to maybe do disc on my alt and then holy my main,
Yeah.
or something like that. But I don't know. So where were we?
Oh fuck. We were discussing piety, how shit it was.
Okay, yeah. So
So what else?
finishing up the talent tree.
How about
So you've got.
the
Go ahead.
because we discussed 190, 75, 60? Yeah. What about 45? I know it's kind of like PvP stuff, but is there anything useful there for rating?
Okay, yeah. So Shining Force is cancer.
Yes.
I mean, one thing that I really hate about it is, like, if you have like mobs, I loved the spell right away when I was leveling.
Same,
I'm like,
it looks
awesome,
so
I could knock
cool.
people back. It looks like I could could do like some really evil stuff with this. And what really pissed me off is I had like a big group of mobs
You just
with
fucking
all of
blew
their
it
back
up.
to a ledge, and I hit it. But it's whenever you use Shining Force to knock mobs off of a ledge, they're
Right.
treated as though they have an invisible force field behind them that prevents them from falling off.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, or at least that's what it was doing for me multiple times when I
Right.
was leveling. So I was kind of frustrated by that. But it's the one useful thing about Shining Force is that it's not just castable on yourself. You can cast
Yep.
other friendly targets.
Yep, that's cool.
So, but I can see other potential uses for it. Like one time I was in a dungeon and a guy was getting beat on or whatever.
Yep.
So I life gripped him to me, and then I knocked back all the mobs.
Oh, that's
kind
kinda cool.
Force. So it's kind of a neat combo, you know. But for the most part, people hate when you do it. So
Oh yeah, they get so mad.
so, yeah, you'll get kicked from dungeons for doing
They get
that.
so mad. So
And censure can get you in trouble as well.
for stunning.
Because it stuns and it's not broken by damage, and because it's tied to chastise. If chastise is your big heavy hitting damage spell,
Right.
so you don't want to go around stunning everything,
Mhm,
because it could be kind of a problem. Now, I could see it like maybe on a particular fight being useful, but it seems more like a PvP thing than anything.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't even use censure unless, I don't know, I probably just wouldn't use it, period, unless I was soloing.
So
Even
then-
if I'm soloing, I probably still use Shining Force. So Afterlife should just default.
Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Add
the
7.5
hang time
seconds.
from it,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's a huge hang time on top of the fact that if you get the legendary cape,
Yeah.
it synergizes with that. So you
Dude,
get
you're all
for even
about that
longer.
cape, huh?
If I get it, I get it, you know.
Right.
But like honestly, I think if we had the choice to seek out legendaries,
Right.
I would probably go for the one where if you don't take damage for a period of time, it stacks shields on you.
Yeah, I did the math on that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's basically 500k healing every minute.
Yeah, and it's passive.
And it's
So
passive,
all you have
right?
to do is not take damage, and I don't know. I mean, I'm squishy, and sometimes I make mistakes and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
as far as like damage goes, I'm really good at actual just general damage avoidance.
Right,
So
right.
I would probably get some good mileage out of it. But I don't know that. I think if that one or the renew one isn't bad. I could see some use for that, but renew is just kind of bleh now since they nerfed it.
Right.
It's not use. It doesn't synergize with serendipity and stuff like that. But
Right. So what do you think about, so I guess the first two tiers. So they don't have a speed up, which really pisses me the fuck off, except for Angelic Feather or Body and Mind. And then you have to
Right.
give up.
Nerfed feather.
Right, and then you have to give up Desperate Prayer to even do that, which is so frustrating.
Yeah. Well, at least we get stronger healing potions. And,
Yeah.
but still, yeah. I mean.
So what do you
I used to use Desperate Prayer macroed with a healing potion, and I would pop that all the time to give me a double whammy heal whenever I needed it,
Right.
without spending any mana. But now, I mean, I can see it being useful on some fights, but I'm always using Feather. But
Okay.
I can see cases where Body and Mind is good, and basically what it is, I've got what I have keybound for Feather, I just also keybound for Body and Mind. So
Okay.
when I switch to it, it's just the same
That's
bind,
good.
so I don't forget.
Yeah.
And the cool part about Body and Mind, it's like Body and Soul that you
Right.
can target units in your raid frames with it.
Right.
So if you see somebody with a particular debuff in the raid that has to get out, you can
Yeah.
immediately give them a
That's what
speed
I was gonna
boost.
say. That'd be because I never use feathers because I have Powered Shield gives me a speed boost that's almost
Right.
equivalent, and I have it. It's a cooldown of 6 seconds, right?
Well,
So
the heal component on this thing is crap, so it's like not
yeah, I mean it's
And
only used for a speed
yeah.
up, right? Basically.
It's only used really as an external speed up, I think, or if you're just if you're trying to if you don't need to speed boost much during the fight, like if you very infrequently need it, and you just wanted to use it for instead of feather because it just happened to min-max your ability, because it does give some healing. But yeah, its body of mine's not that great. It's just for targeted boosts, whereas feather for personal mainly, and desperate prayer, obviously for the fight where you can't survive some big ability or whatever.
Right.
And then the top tier, so enlightenment. Enlightenment gives a lot of freaking regen, man. I'm not.
Is it that bad? It's that good, huh?
I mean, it seems like it makes a huge difference over the course of a longer fight.
Okay, that makes sense.
It adds up, right? Whereas Trail of Light, you're not only losing mana, but it's going to encourage you to spend a bit.
Flash heal, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw. I added a thing called the Trail of Light tracker to my site. Did you happen to catch that?
I didn't see your site. Could you send that to me again?
Oh yeah. Where's your AZZIX? Is that it? Is that a special character?
Yeah, the I is a special character. Don't send it to this one though. Send it to my.
I got you in real life.
Yeah. Just send it to my real ID. It'll be Flintoid.
Oh, I don't have your real ID on the beta thing, I guess. Hey, what's your battle tag? Wait, never mind. Crap. Hang on a second. I think I added you as a... Crap.
We can do it after.
Alright.
We can do it after.
What's your battle tag?
Oh, I think it's... Hold on, let me check. Flintoid #1306.
Okay, I just added. I hope I spelled it right. Anyway, basically this thing that I added on the site. And you can just browse to it if you want. It's hpriestblog.wordpress.com. I added a thing called the Trail of Light tracker, and it's a 2-part deal. Do you use Voodoo or do you use another?
Voodoo, yeah.
Okay, good. So it works with Voodoo and